everyone, welcome to Nagaland TV. This is Imli Sanla Imchen and you're watching Afternoon Updates. The news in headlines. Think People Party condemns Nagaland government's notification to withhold salaries of unvaccinated employees. Massive uproar on the first day of Parliament monsoon session. Both the houses of the Parliament were adjourned till 2 p.m. following protests by the opposition parties. Congress appoints cricketer turned politician Navjot Singh Sidhu as the next president of the Punjab Congress. Nepal's new Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba wins the vote of the confidence in the House of Representatives. Phones of Indian politicians, journalists hacked using Pegasus. Nagaland State Movement Committee strongly condemns Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma for downplaying the need for the creation of separate states for Garos and Khasi Jaintas. The Tinimi Students' Union Dimapur has expressed concern over the Nagaland government's decision to reopen schools and colleges in offline mode. The union stated that opening up classes would pose a grave threat to the society as a whole. It said it will be practically impossible to maintain COVID-appropriate behaviors in a classroom. The union further appointed that resumption of classes would have to be followed up with lifting of all restrictions on vehicular movement and other activities. It is said that this could open up floodgates of the virus, which would be disastrous. As both teachers and students are not familiar with online classes, despite many difficulties, the union observed that online class was the best option for now in the interest of the people. The Nagaland State Movement Committee strongly condemned Chief Minister Conrad Sangma for downplaying the need for the creation of separate states for Garos and Khasi Jayantas, claiming that the irresponsible statement shattered the dreams of his late father, who, during his time, had advocated the idea. Earlier on Friday, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, while reacting to the GSMC and HSPDP joining hands to pursue the demand, had said that his government was not keen on the option for separate states for Garos and Khasi Jayantas, and that it was unnecessarily reacting to the statement. GSMC co-chairman Balkarin C.H. Marak reminded that late P.S. Sangma had repeatedly spoken in favor of the separate state movement, and it was due to this that the public had reposed faith in his leadership. During the first Parliament monsoon session that started today, both the houses of the Parliament were adjourned till 2 p.m. following protests by the opposition parties. The uproar happened when PM Modi was introducing the new ministers. Raising an objection to this, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that Congress behavior in Lok Sabha is sad, unfortunate and unhealthy. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while marking the beginning of the monsoon session on Monday, said he hoped that all issues will be discussed in a healthy manner in the Parliament.
साथ आ रही थी, जल्दी के बत्रा की तरफ जा रहे थे, ये बस बंद हो गई, जो है सड़क हमारी स्टार्ट नहीं हुई, तो फिर परेशान रहे, तो क्या वो पानी भरता चला गया, बरसात आती रुकी नहीं बरसात, तो पानी भरता गया, अब हम लोग बाहर आ गए, निकल गए, कहने वालों को बुला रहा बस निकाल दो हमारी, तेरा पानी होगा जब निकालेंगे, मालिक को फोन कर दिया आगे जाके, और दूसरी बस को लगाई स्टाफ में, उसने गाड़ी जब से यहीं खड़े हुए हैं।
The Assam government today issued a fresh SOP in which Health Minister Keshav Mahanta said that containment status in 5 districts will continue to remain in force until further order. These districts will continue to have round-the-clock curfew imposed. Curfew has been partially relaxed in Golapara and Morigaon district of Assam for showing moderate improvement in positivity rate of COVID-19. These districts will be under curfew from 1 p.m. to 5 a.m. next morning. Shops will remain open till 12 p.m. in these districts. The rest of the districts will have curfew from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. while shops will remain open till 4 a.m. There will be a total ban on the movement of all public and private transport in the containment districts. However, the movement of goods shall continue. All inter-district passengers, transport services and movement of people to and from other districts shall remain suspended. A collaborative investigation involving more than 80 journalists in 4 continents on Sunday showed how powerful international spyware Pegasus, licensed only to governments, targeted journalists' activities and more is. The investigation was conducted by 17 media outlets including Wall Street Journal, CNN, The New York Times, Al Jazeera, Guardian, Economist, Reuters. International spyware Pegasus, which is sold by the NSO Group of Israel, has been used to conduct surveillances on about 300 Indians, including 2 serving cabinet ministers at the center, 3 opposition leaders, a constitutional authority, government officials, scientists and about 40 journalists. The list also included activists, businessmen and those from the legal fraternity. A number registered in the name of the shifting Supreme Court judge was also on the database, although it was unclear if the judge was still using it for WhatsApp or other messaging services. The Wire, a web portal which was part of the global media project involving 16 other outlets, reported late Sunday evening. The newly formed Rising People's Party has condemned the Nagaland government's notification to withhold salaries of unvaccinated employees or if a COVID-19 negative report was not produced every 15 days. RPP, in a statement issued by its president Joel Naga and General Secretary Amai Chinku, described the notification as a cowardly attitude. Both RPP leaders have appealed to the State Chief Secretary to cancel the notification with immediate effect. Supreme Court on Monday ordered the release of the Manipur-based activist Irendro Lechambam, who had been detained under the National Security Act over a controversial Facebook post. The apex court ordered that the activist must be released by 5 p.m. on Monday. The controversial Facebook post said that cow dung and cow urine don't cure COVID. The Supreme Court, ordering his immediate release, said that Irendro's continued detention was in violation of Article 21 of the Constitution. An FIR lodged by Manipur State BJP Vice President Usham Deban and General Secretary Pri Pemanandan Mitay said the court order came in response to a plea filed by the activist's father. Another Manipur journalist, Kishori Chandra Wangchim, was also arrested for posting the same. After days of speculation, the Congress on Sunday appointed cricket-turned-politician Navjot Singh Sidhu as the next president of the Punjab Congress. Former Amritsar MP and sitting MLA from Amritsar East, Navjot Sidhu places Sunil Jakhar. This decision came after ignoring persistent opposition from CM, Captain Amarinder Singh and leaders close to him. The party also named 4 working presidents. They are Umar MLA Sangat Singh, Jilzian, Jandiala legislator Sukhwinder Singh Dani, Fatehgarh Sahib, MLA Kuljit Singh Narga and Pawan Goyal from Jaito in Faridkot. Uttar Pradesh has said visitors from states like Maharashtra, Kerala and Tamil Nadu and those with a positivity rate of more than 3% will have to show a negative RT-PCR report no longer than 4 days. Apart from this, only those who have received 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine will be allowed to enter UP. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath took the decision during the meeting of Team 9 officials on Sunday. Adityanath said that COVID-19 cases are surging in different states of the country. The Chief Minister said these rules to be implemented for people coming by private vehicles apart from road, air and rail routes. He added the visitors' antigen tests and thermal scanning must be done on arrival in the state. India recorded 38,164 fresh coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours, taking the total tally to 3,11,44,229, while the death count increases to 4,14,108 with 499 new fatalities. Also, 14,68,593 tests were conducted on Sunday, taking the total cumulative tests conducted so far for detection of COVID-19 in the country to 44,54,22,256. While the daily positivity rate stands 2.61%, less than 3% for 28 consecutive days, and weekly positivity rate remains below 5%, currently at 2.08%. A day after 33 people were killed in house collapse, rail and road traffic was hit and drinking water supply affected after unprecedented rainfall. The IMD has issued alert for intense rains after clouds hovered over parts of Thane, Raigad and Mumbai suburbs. In the Mahal area in suburban Champur, 19 people have died when a compound wall came crashing down on some houses located on a hillock following a landslide, Abraham Mumbai Municipal Corporation said on Sunday night. The flooding has affected electrical equipment that controls the pumping and filtration processes there, one of the major sites of water supplies to the country's financial capital, following which the BMC asked citizens to boil water before drinking. Suburban train services in Mumbai were suspended to waterlogging on the tracks due to the overnight heavy downpour, rail officials said, aiding the services were resumed in the morning. Railway officials said suburban train services in Mumbai were suspended due to waterlogging on the tracks due to the overnight heavy downpour. Afghanistan on Sunday announced recall of its ambassador and senior diplomats in Pakistan in the wake of the kidnapping and assault of the envoy's daughter in Islamabad, adding to strains in bilateral ties over Pakistan's perceived support to cross-border terrorism. Pakistan's Foreign Office said the report abduction and assault of the 26-year-old daughter of Afghanistan's ambassador to Pakistan, Najibullah Ali Khil, is being investigated and followed up at the highest level on the instructions of Prime Minister Imran Khan. The security of the ambassador, his family and personnel of the embassy and consulates of Afghanistan in Pakistan has been beefed up. Pakistan's Foreign Secretary met the Afghan envoy on Sunday and highlighted the steps taken by the government for the security of the diplomats and reassured him of full cooperation. Nepal's new Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba on Sunday won the vote of confidence in the House of Representatives, ensuring continuity of the twice-dissolved lower house of Parliament for the remaining duration. Sher Bahadur Deuba, the 75-year-old chief of the Nepali Congress, who was appointed as the Prime Minister. As per the Article 76, Clause 5 of the Constitution on July 12, following Supreme Court's intervention, secured 165 votes in the 275-member House on Sunday. A total of 136 votes were required for Deuba to win Parliament's confidence, where as many as 249 lawmakers participated in the voting process and 83 of them voted against Deuba, while one lawmaker remained neutral. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also congratulated Deuba on his success and said he's looking forward to work with him to further enhance their unique partnership in all sectors. India beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in the first ODI to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Captain Shikhar Dhawan hits the winning runs and powers India to an easy win in the first ODI versus Sri Lanka. India chased Sri Lanka's target of 263 runs, while Ease as Captain Dhawan stayed unbeaten on 86. Sri Lanka scored a total of 262 runs with a toss of 9 wickets in 50 overs. Openers Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan and birthday boy Ishan Kishan contributed with the bat as a new look India made highlight work of the 263-run chase. India completed the task with 80 balls to spare at the R. Premadasa Stadium. The second ODI between the two teams is scheduled on July 20. Former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh Lakha, 4 crores Enforcement Directorate Indian photojournalist Danish Siddiqui, who was killed in clashes that broke out in Afghanistan's Kandahar, was laid to rest on Sunday at the Jamia Millia Islamia graveyard in New Delhi. Although the Jamia's graveyard is exclusively meant for university employees, their spouses and minor children, the Vice-Chancellor of the university has made an exception for the Pulitzer Prize winner journalist. Flight carrying mortal remains of Danish Siddiqui reached Delhi airport on Sunday evening, from where it was taken to his residence in Jamia Nagar. A huge crowd, including his family and friends, had gathered outside his residence. And now that's all for today. Take care and keep watching Nagaland TV.